Greece is sending Klavdia and Asteromata to Basel 2025. But will this one matter to the voters? Let's review Eurovision. So Greece is heading to Basel this year with a ballad. It's very Greek. Let's have a little listen. So that was a bit of Greece's entry for this year. Jack, what do you make of it?
I think you hit the nail on the head, really, saying it's very Greek. I mean, that is we often complain on this channel that countries don't send songs that sound like they're from the country, and this very much is. So if that's what you're looking for in Eurovision, this 100% ticks the box. Um, I think a little bit like with Georgia, it begins holding my attention. It does something interesting for the first 20 seconds. It's all very acoustic. It's dramatic, you're like mysterious. What's it going to be? And it draws me in. The problem then is it doesn't really do anything that interesting with it. It kind of just is a ballad in Greek. There's nothing particularly stand out. I mean, she sings it well. I can't love her glasses enough. I think they're wonderful, and she doesn't leave the house without them. I'm a big fan. But the song itself is a Greek ballad. There's nothing that special about it. There's nothing that remarkable about it. So having got my attention very immediately at the beginning, it then doesn't really do anything that holds my attention. And by the end, I'm like, oh, okay, great. What's next? So after a promising start, it becomes quite disappointing. Is my general verdict. It's nice. It's not. This is not a negative review. We'll get to our scores in a bit. It's above five. It's a net positive. I just don't think it's a bit of a wasted potential. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it has a kind of really strong and like striking start. She's got a really powerful voice. As you've said, it's kind of very Greek. It sounds very Greek. She hits lots of big notes. But I come out of it wanting something more. It feels like you're kind of like reeled in the beginning, and then it doesn't feel like it particularly goes anywhere. And I think, with Eurovision, like this is something that could potentially be fixed with staging, but because I mean, all we've seen so far is the kind of national final staging. But yeah, it feels like it leaves me wanting more, even though and there's lots of nice things about it. As I said, she's got a great voice, amazing glasses. So there's lots going for it, but yeah, it does just feel like it leaves you a bit wanting more. But yeah, so it's going seventh in semi-final two, so not a great spot for it. But do you think it's getting through to the final, and what would you rank it out of 10?
I'll start with my ranking. I would give this, I think, a 6 out of 10. As I say, it's more positive than negative. I just think there is definitely scope for this to have been better. And as you say, it can definitely be fixed with staging. What they need to be careful not to do, and Greece is very, I was it's very hit and miss. It's more often miss than hit with staging, and there's a real risk that this does something like Unirumu in 2018, where it's a Greek ballad. The only interesting thing about it is that she's inexplicably got a blue hand, and then everyone's like, "What was that all about?" And if they don't actually give this a bit of drama, a bit of oomph, a bit of lift, this will struggle. In most years, I think this would be a borderline qualifier. This year, as we've been saying, it's a weaker year. I think there are six weaker songs than this in the second semi-final. I think it will go through, but it is that it'll be seventh or eighth probably in the semi-final by virtue of it being a bit of a weaker year. So yeah, I think we'll go through, and in the final it'll be middle of the top or middle of the right hand side of the scoreboard, I think. But it's yeah, not the best from Greece, but not the worst.
Gosh, we're very much in agreement at the moment. We need to find some more ones that we disagree about. Yeah, I'm also very much of that view that I think in a different year it might struggle to get through to the final, but because it's a weaker year, I feel like it probably will get through all right. I feel like it'll probably do all right with the juries, but I feel like the televote might just kind of forget about it. Is where I kind of think it is. And I would score it as 6.5. So that gives Greece a 12.5 out of 20. So yeah, so definitely kind of net positive, but maybe not one of our favorites. But so that's what we thought of Greece's entry for this year's Eurovision. This year's Eurovision. Let us know what you think in the comments, whether you agree with us or disagree with us. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to click the bell and subscribe so you get notified every time we upload new content. And of course, you can find us on Instagram and TikTok as well. But that's it from this episode. Thanks very much for watching.